deal with that I deserve to be loved and happy just like everyone else. And that meant a lot to me, that she felt that I deserve to be happy too. And I didn't need her to tell me that. I know, or sometimes I know my worth, and I know where lines should be drawn and what is and isn't acceptable, regardless of how upset someone is. But it's nice when you have someone who's not related to you, who's not your blood, who's not going to just be on your side just because you're family. Because let's just be honest, there's a lot of times when we defend our family and we know damn well they're wrong. We know they're wrong. If it was anybody else, you'd be like, really? I mean, let's just look at this situation. And that's how she was. She stood by her family, guys. Her family was her priority. And just like the rest of us, she's on her family's side. But she was one of those people that would tell her family, like, no, you wrong, and I'm gonna need you to look in the mirror and really acknowledge this, like, you're wrong. Whereas the rest of us want to pretend and behind closed doors would be like, dang, they was fucked up, and not say nothing and think you're doing something just because they're your family. No, we're family. I'm gonna keep it real and let you know when you're out of pocket. That's it. You just wrong. Accept it and move on and learn, but you're wrong. So that's something that I really appreciated from her. And if I was or wasn't wrong, I appreciate that she did that. And she would tell me, like, no, you're entitled to feel this way. Or she'd be like, all right, Ty, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but, and everything was explained easily with her. There wasn't any, when you're talking to somebody who's real smart. Matter of fact, they don't even got to be smart, because, I mean, anybody could read a book or study. But when you're talking to somebody and they swear that they're super intelligent, and you're talking to them and they're trying to explain why you're wrong, and you're lost. It's like, but what are you saying right now? I don't even understand it. And then sometimes they may use words, because some people got to use big words. You'd be like, that's the word you want to use right now? Like, I know that the word you're using it correctly, but that's what you want to use right now. I'm here, venting, yelling, going in about how I feel, or crying, whatever the emotion is at the time. And you want to come here with some supercalifragilistic, something that don't know. Okay, please. That's how Wanda was. She spoke to you, she broke it down. Maybe even like dumbed it down for you, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with you just bringing, because she was a very smart woman, okay? She was a very smart woman, but she didn't have to come at you like that. She would just talk. And you could understand her point of view. You can understand how she received what you were saying without scratching your head. And now you don't even know what you're mad at no more, because you'd be like, but what are you saying though? Like, now, why was I mad again? So, yeah, these are just, positive things about her. I don't have anything negative. Not me personally. The amount of years that I've had her in my life have all been positive, thank goodness. Yeah. And then anything, to be honest, negative that would have even been thought didn't come from her. It came from outside, you know, people who I think needed me to feel like she didn't care for me or she didn't love me. But thank goodness, I know that she did, and she was always honest with me. Even if I confronted her about things, I always got honesty from her, and so that changed anything negative into positive anyway, because she wasn't going to lie. And if she said something, she said it. And like I said, if it was said negatively by others, that wasn't her intention, and that is just how someone else took it. And she would be like, listen, that's not how I meant it, and I'm sorry that that's how it was translated or said back to you. And that would be it, and I can move on, you know. I think if it was up to some people, me and her wouldn't have had a bond. But I'm glad we did. I'm really am glad we did. And I'm gonna miss her. I am. Because she was like my secret confidant, you know? Like everybody knows my best friend. Everybody knows that my best friend knows the innerness of me, my soul. I mean, we've been best friends for over 20 years, so there's pretty much nothing that she wouldn't know. But everyone knows her, you know. If you wanted to torture her to get information, because you know that's my best friend. But Wanda was my secret confidant, you know, someone I could speak to. And like I said, no judgment, you know. No one would be kidnapping her for information because you wouldn't know. You know, you wouldn't know that she was secretly someone I could talk to. So, yeah. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys listening to me today and letting me just kind of have a outlet to express my heartbreak over losing her, and just pray for her family and for my family, because she touched my family too. My kids loved her. My grandmother really, really liked her, and we're gonna miss her. And just keep praying for her kids and her husband, because at the end of the day, losing a spouse and losing your mom is a big deal, you know. It's not easy. As anyone who has, you know, lost their spouse or lost their parent, it's something different. Just like a parent losing their child, it's just something different about it. And um we all had a piece of her, and losing her is just different for each one of us. So yeah, just keep my entire family in your prayers, and we're just gonna take it one day at a time. And maybe you guys have some advice or things that you did to help you get through losing someone. I'm open to all suggestions, guys. And if you have any stories, like I said, how you dealt with it, who you lost, what do you know, did you grieve healthy? You know, because there's definitely a healthy grieving, and then there's an unhealthy grieving, you know, that can lead to depression, addiction, pushing people away, anger. Those are not healthy ways to grieve loss, and it also doesn't help. You know, it doesn't change anything, doesn't make the day better. So just having an outlet, talking to your family, your friends, a journal, anything that helps you deal with it in a positive nature, I highly recommend. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you for listening. As always, it's greatly appreciated. This podcast is something I'm really passionate about. So you can listen to me on my YouTube page. You can download the Spreaker radio app. You can listen to it on Twitter. And I'm also on Instagram, lene.nyc. I hope you guys have a blessed week and keep your head up. Thank you.